Hi everybody, it's Phil from Pass with Phil Driving School, and this brief video basically backs up the moving off tutorial I did on the little kind of board that we've got. So basically we've set up our car using the cockpit drill. My car position and everything all set up for me, so it's all nice and comfortable. So what we're going to do, we're at the side of the road now. We set up our car like I've just mentioned. Before we set off, we're going to make sure that the handbrake is on, so it's secure and safe, and we're out of gear. When I've done that, I'm going to turn the car on. So using the POM routine that we mentioned before, which is prepare, observe, move, what I'm going to do first of all is, with my left leg pushing down on that clutch pedal, the one on the left with the ball of my foot, not looking down at the pedals, making sure that we're looking ahead at the road. I'm going to push that clutch pedal all the way to the floor, which allows me then to select the gear. Remember, we're going to get first gear. It's the most powerful lowest gear that we have to get this car to move. So using the palm technique over the top of the gear stick, I'm going to select first gear. Hand still back on the wheel. I'm now going to take my right leg over onto my gas pedal, and very, very gently I'm going to press down just the thickness of a pound coin, because the road in front of me, we're on the flat, so I'm just going to put what power I need into the car. So a little bit of gas, thickness of a pound coin, and when I've got it, I'm going to hold my foot and keep my foot still. Transferring over back to the left pedal, my left foot, very gently again bringing that clutch pedal up. I'm looking for that biting point where I can feel the car just pull a little bit, even listening to the engine noise change. I've just got the bite point, I've found my biting point. Okay, the car wants to go, we've prepared it, that's the P phase of the prepare, observe, move, POM for short, remember. So, putting my hand on the handbrake, I'm going to do my observations, my safety checks. I'm going to start over my left blind spot, my left mirror, looking for any bites or anything coming up on my inside, centre mirror, straight ahead, back to my centre mirror, over to right mirror, and finally over my right blind spot. Now from there I have got a bit of traffic coming up behind me, so I'm now kind of looking at giving a signal. Now as it stands now, I've just checked around again, there's nothing coming from in front or behind, there's no pedestrians, so I'm not going to give a signal. I'm just going to do one final mirror check and a right blind spot check, handbrake off, keeping my gas where it is, bring my clutch up very slowly, steering slightly to the right, back to the left, steering central. And as I'm still coming up off on my clutch, I'll wait till that pedal relaxes and I'll start to apply gas. In the next lesson we will be looking to change gear. Now what I'm also going to do now is I'm going to pull into stop. So before I stop, I'm going to check my centre mirror, my left mirror, I'm going to look ahead. Now I've got cars around me and I've got one coming up behind me. So I'm going to indicate down for left. I'm going to steer slightly to the left, taking my foot off my gas pedal, covering my brake and clutch, and then very, very gently as I apply my brake, I'm pressing my clutch in very quickly, continuing back on my brake, bringing the car to a controlled stop. When I've done that, keeping my feet on both pedals until I secure the car on handbrake, take it out of gear, and take my feet off the pedal, cancelling my signal. So just to do that one more time, the car is already on, so I'll put my clutch in with the palming technique. I'm going to select first gear, I'm going to set my gas to a thickness of a pound coin, and I'm going to very gently on my left leg bring that clutch to bite. I've just found it. I'm going to hold my feet steady in that position while I do my 360-degree check, my safety checks, starting over my left shoulder, left mirror, centre mirror, straight ahead, back to centre mirror, right mirror, and over my right blind spot, hand on handbrake. Nobody's going to benefit from a signal, so I'm not going to give one. Handbrake off, slow clutch. As I'm bringing my clutch up, I'm steering slightly to the right away from the curb, back to the centre, and all the time my clutch is coming up very slowly until the pedal relaxes, applying gas and eventually making a gear change. Again, just as I get round the corner, I'm going to pull into stop. So I'm starting to look at where I want to stop, making sure I'm not covering any driveways, not covering any junctions or opposite driveways. I have got a car behind me, So I'm going to signal to pull in, steering slightly to the left, covering my brake and clutch. As I'm slowing down, covering my brake, clutching quickly, back to brake, bringing it to a controlled stop. Before I take my feet off the pedals, I'm going to put the handbrake on to secure it. I'm going to take it out of gear, and I'm going to cancel my signal. Okay, there's moving off for today. See you soon.